The first night of Cave Creek Bike Week ends with a suspected drunk driver hitting 3 people, 8 motorcycles, and a car. Welcome to 12 News at 10, a little bit late. I'm Troy Hayden. Bike Week brings motorcycle riders from around the country to the North Valley city of Cave Creek every year. And tonight, 2 of the people hit by the car are still in the hospital with serious injuries. 12 News journalist Gabriella Becerra joins us live in studio. What happened out there, Gabby?
Well, Troy, a witness tells me the driver involved had been acting reckless for at least an hour before the crash happened, allegedly doing burnouts along Cave Creek Road in front of all the motorcycles and their riders. Dozens of motorcycles line Cave Creek Road for Bike Week 2026. They were parked just like this last Friday night when a suspected drunk driver plowed through a row of them.
It was so close, I didn't even know how to process it.
Desiree Anderson, a jewelry vendor, tells me she was sitting right here in her tent when the man allegedly drove into the wrong direction of traffic on Cave Creek Road.
So he was going up and down the road, burning out, and then he went down the wrong way down the street, and bam, right into that truck.
According to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, the driver of a Chevy pickup truck allegedly struck a GMC pickup truck, 8 parked motorcycles, and 3 pedestrians.
There was so much debris from all the parts, like there was a bunch of parts just come off the bikes. They're all scattered.
1 pedestrian declined medical treatment. The other 2 were taken to the hospital, both with life-threatening head injuries.
She was laying right here on her back, and he was just holding her head.
Anderson tells me her bike is one of the 8 damaged.
The rest of the bikes were totaled.
The sheriff's office says deputies observed signs of alcohol impairment in the suspect driver.
I don't care if it's 1 drink or it's 10 drinks. You are impaired and you shouldn't drive.
Anderson says she's in awe of the biking community who stepped up to help 2 of their own.
And those people that came to the rescue were amazing.
The sheriff's office has not yet identified the driver or said what charges, if any, they could face. Troy?
Yeah, and it's surprising, Gabby, that we didn't see police officers stopping this person going up and down the street to begin with.
That's right. And the witnesses I spoke with said the same thing, and they said they've since seen an increase in police presence over the past several days.
All right, Gabby, thank you. We're tracking several other serious crashes over the weekend. 9 people in the hospital after a crash in Peoria. The fire department says a car and a truck. They crashed near Lake Pleasant Parkway and Happy Valley Road about 8 o'clock. 2 of these people were seriously injured. It's still unclear what led to the crash. Eastbound Happy Valley Road, though, will remain closed at 91st Avenue for several more hours as police investigate. A man is killed after crashing with a city bus last night in central Phoenix. This happened about 10 o'clock near 27th Avenue in Van Buren. Police say he was driving east on Van Buren, couldn't control his speed, and then hit the rear of that bus. None of the bus passengers were injured. A car crashes with the Valley Metro light rail train about 1 o'clock this afternoon. This was near 20th Street in Jefferson. And when police got there, they found the driver, the light rail operator, and passengers on scene. You can see they were directing traffic as well. Our photojournalist out there saw at least 1 passenger being taken away in an ambulance to the hospital. Still unclear what caused the crash. An investigation underway after a man dies while he's in police custody. Officers spotted the man riding a bicycle. He didn't have a light. This was near Dobson and University about 8:30 last night. When police tried to stop him, he took off. Police say he later resisted arrest and also assaulted officers. He was taken into custody and transported to a hospital for medical clearance, but became unresponsive, officers say, on the way there. He was then pronounced dead at the hospital. That cause of death still being investigated. Meteorologist Chris Dunn is here. It was a warm Easter egg hunt for a lot of people out there, Chris.
Yeah, a lot of melting chocolate out there, too. 96 degrees today, just 2 degrees away from a record high, which was 98. It was a really warm time in April back in 1989. Normal high is 83. It's going to take a while, but we will get back there. But until then, we have more 90s on the way. 90, so a little bit of a cool down tomorrow with a lot of clouds. Back up to 96 on Wednesday, 95 on Thursday. Still well above normal. A lot of clouds, kind of a fire hose of clouds heading right at us. But the fire hose aspect in the form of rain isn't necessarily going to deliver to our state. So lots of clouds, not a whole lot of rain. What does fall is going to be over the high country tomorrow, and then everything clears out. 58 tomorrow in Flagstaff, 90 in Phoenix, 92 for Gila Bend. We will also have a little bit of wind in the morning. East-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures in the 80s with all that cloud cover holding back the temperatures. Again, right around 90 degrees for your afternoon high. We'll talk about that next chance of rain for the valley coming up next weekend. My thoughts on that and what you can expect coming up. Troy?
All right, Chris, we'll see you in a few minutes. This morning, Today Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie shared an emotional message reflecting on her faith and her hope amid the search for her missing mother, which is still going on. It's been more than 2 months since her mother, Nancy, was taken from her home in Tucson. In a live stream today, she spoke openly about questioning her beliefs during this difficult time.
Perhaps this is too dark a message to share on Easter morning. But I have long believed that we miss out on fully celebrating resurrection if we do not acknowledge the feelings of loss, pain, and yes, death. It is the darkness that makes this morning's light so magnificent.
She ended her message saying she still has her faith and she wished viewers a happy Easter. And again, this comes just a day before she is set to return to the Today Show for the first time in more than 2 months. Allison Rodriguez and Emma Jade have a look at that.
Tomorrow morning on Today in AZ, we're getting ready for the return of Savannah Guthrie more than 2 months after her mother, Nancy, was abducted from her Tucson area home back on February 1st.
Authorities believe the 84-year-old was taken against her will. Her phone, purse, belongings, all left behind. Blood was found on the front porch. Security cameras were yanked down and back doors left open. Now, the FBI has released surveillance of a masked man outside her home that night who appears to be armed. Investigators have not shared any details on a possible motive here.
Well, Savannah did make a visit to the Today Show for the first time since her mother's disappearance about a month ago. She never appeared on air then, just thanking her coworkers for their support during the search for her mother, Nancy. There were tears and hugs, including with her former co-anchor, Hoda Kotb. And recently, Savannah sat down exclusively with Hoda to talk about how difficult this time has been for the Guthries, but that coming back to today is the right thing.
I can't come back and try to be something that I'm not. But I can't not come back because it's my family. I think it's part of my purpose right now. And I'm not going to be the same. But maybe it's like that old poem, more beautiful in the broken places.
Well, since Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, tens of thousands of tips, they've come in from the public, but there's still no sign of her or the people responsible for taking her. A reminder, if anyone has information about Nancy Guthrie, they are urged to call 1-800-CALL-FBI.
Savannah's first day back on the desk will be tomorrow on the Today Show, starting at 7 a.m. on 12 News. And we will be covering it all for you right before that on 12 News Today in AZ. We'll have those first moments, and we'll go over the latest updates on Nancy's case and where the investigation stands.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning on Today in AZ, starting at 4:26 and streaming until 9 a.m.
All right, thanks you.